What's up guys, it's Stud Player here. I'm going to show you how to use Loki in your competitive matches so you can keep ranking up. Now, I'm not going to go over all the details on Loki, but I will go over like some of the advanced strats that you should be doing to kind of keep a good routine on making sure you and your team stays alive and you're doing as much damage and heals as possible in whatever game mode you're competing in. But I am going to go through some of the basics just in case you're not aware, but we're going to be quick. Now, it takes 4 hits on your squishy targets from any distance. Now, it doesn't have to be headshots, it could also be foot shots as well, or splash damage on the ground. As shown. So now I'm going to take you into a little private match so we can see how to run Loki and what kind of routines and setups to follow, and then I'm going to show you once again in a game. Alright, so let's start with bread and butter to get into point as fastest. Any type of convoy like defend option, you can go ahead and throw your drone as far as you can and then turn invisible. This right here is going to be the fastest way to get to point. In your cloak form, you are the fastest and it does heal yourself. When holding points such as like this one in particular on Tokyo, you want to kind of like get yourself set up to where you're about to fight. So you could, if you have like a Hulk or something, somebody who wants to push up, you can kind of play around here. But my advice is don't kind of worry about the team, like the teammate that's going to push up. Play to where you should be, you know, like where you're going to do the best. That way you can. And so like coming here, I normally put 2 down, right, for that further push team, and then 1 here. And then I'm going to play back here, healing the team and defending. And as this convoy keeps moving forward, I am going to be pushing my clones back as much as possible. And just keep holding, keep healing, keep defending, but keep moving these clones back. So like for instance, if this one dies or gets targeted because it is in the front, I'm going to cloak and I'm going to move one of them back with me. That way I always have 2, maybe even 3 constantly up. And just keep moving them. Damage, damage, heal, heal, move your drone. And then I'm going to keep playing as if this position keeps moving. And I'm going to be moving it back to reposition and keep defending the convoy with my clones coming back one at a time. And keep that movement, that routine followed as we're facing on every team. You know, on convoy and on attack, it's kind of similar. Like if I kind of turn myself around here and say we're on attack, now we're pushing it back. You kind of want to have 2 facing forward, right? Except like gathering position and space, and you're attacking, you're healing, you're defending. You keep yourself on the point, running it back. And you just keep moving, keep placing, adjusting the more and more. Now, of course, what happens is their team gets gathered up because you have taken up so much space. And what you need to do when bringing your clones back is keep that same mindset of repositioning, bringing them back one at a time as they keep advancing forward, and then moving forward as they're advancing away. Basic stuff, right? You would think. I've seen many people in competitive matches at high ranks such as Grandmaster not even doing this part. And this is why a lot of people, when you're like, hey, can you run cloak? Yeah, I'm running Hella. They can't because they don't know these fundamentals. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into a rank play here, and we're going to do the same concept and see how our team does. Loki is one of those healers that can work with any comp. Because Invisible, Loki, Hulk, Black Panther, Thor, whatever the comp is, Loki is a healer that can constantly go with any team. His team ups do make it beneficial when you have that Hella Resurrection. But, I mean, if you can play Loki right, you don't really have to worry about what your other team's doing as much. In my personal opinion, I do think Loki is one of the best healers to play as far as solo killing. because you can run tank, DPS, and heal all at the same time. And to me, that's an overall best player. Normally, I'm out here like Luca dropping triple doubles, you know. Same concept: two in front, one in the back. My tanks are kind of pushing back a little bit, so since they are, I have to push back. Putting those runs up so that Black Panther can get heals. See, I saw that group poking at my other drone, so I already knew I needed to move one back. My hog died, but we can keep him up. And this Namor is frying with that team up, with this new update. Now, Namor is actually supposed to be the one taking out this guy in the air. Because if I'm not right now keeping these tanks up, and now we're holding points so much longer and they can't do nothing about it. And when I go back to Loki here, it's going to be the same routine. Now, I went ahead and used that heal ult because I knew our invisible woman was going to have a heal ult pretty soon. We're just destroying this team. And by the way, with the tracker, it also shows that this entire team is a Grandmaster team. We've lost our tanks, then I'm gonna die here. We held that point for almost a good minute, right at the beginning. And that's going to impact through this whole game, playing that consistently. Now, I think our healer's staggering a little bit. We're staggering the healer. They got point, we need to kind of get back. That's how you get out of a bad situation. We're doing heavily strong on this team right here. Just pushing forward. That's how crucial Loki could come in. We're about to lose that point in completely. And then I go ahead and get a Luna ult. Now I'm gonna wait for this invisible if I can. To like try to get her a chance to give me heals. Because I want her to get her ult faster. But I'm not gonna have time. And that's one thing too about Loki is like you can heal yourself pretty instantly with that shift, but if you hold off and give your time like your other healer time to heal you, if you can, then what you'll do is you'll benefit your other healer getting her ult ability faster. Because Loki builds his insanely quick. Because you're not doing damage, you're doing just as much damage as your heals for the most part. Thought I could touch there. Gonna be a good match. Now right here, I'm gonna do what I call my Loki flank. And that's what you do right there. Instant death to that dude. Dead. And plus, that Punisher actually took in a rocket to come back, even though we just flanked them. We're doing massive amount of damage right now. Now I can take Loki right here, and I can come flank this Shawnee. Now Johnny is dead and not able to start on our next match. That's how you take the ace out right then and there. You do that little flank, especially if you know your team's already 1 point. You stay invisible. 3 clones down. You get them back faster and they can get back in the game. And then now, oh, what a good freeze. What a great freeze. And this is why Hella is so important. Even though it didn't help where I was at, in order to come back in the fight. Spider-Man also could pick you off in these moments, so using the cloak ability is super great for that. I could have put my shift down if I didn't use it prior, trying to keep the invisible woman down. The shift on Loki will counter a Spider-Man's ult. Remember, don't forget to also like aim at the floor. Like your drones will do it so that. I'm not gonna make it. If my team will stay alive here, I'll try to hold off. Now I know we got a pretty good hold, so I didn't want to push there. I really want to take off these enemy teams. Doesn't even know where I'm at. Get away from Spider-Man. We should be able to stagger this group so he's not into the next game fight. This one is gonna get staggered hard. Well, if you're a Spider-Man, like, Loki's your best friend, you know? Because you can do the whole, like, multiverse version of Spider-Man. Bro, this thing does not know how to run into Loki's run. Yeah, no heals, no rolls. Game over. Even though our team did really bad, we still did tremendously well. They just you can't keep them all up, you know. Like, this does happen, but heals were there for sure. No one knew how to take out a Johnny, which he's going to be actually insane this season. So you should see a lot of people running that. And Spider-Man is a great version. As you saw, I went from Loki to their Spider-Man just to take them out. Yeah, we dropped almost 10k damage, 10k damage block, and almost 20,000 heals just on Loki. And that's very well balanced since we did 11 deep final hits compared to our DPS and tanks that did 12 and 11. So Loki does it all. That's why I run Loki. That's why I'm going to keep running Loki. He's just an overall, well-witted character, and he's what's going to set you up if you want to get in the higher ranks. Knowing how to use him means you know most of the characters and you can flex for your team. In this case, if I wasn't doing just a video, I might have went DPS and maybe put one of these other DPS on healer because they don't know how to take out air. But, you know, game's still great. Alright. That's awesome, guys. I appreciate it. If you would like and subscribe and follow me on all social medias, because I will be doing live streams where I'll be hanging out with you guys. And if I hit 500 followers, I'm going to be giving away any skin once we hit that goal. I'll be gifting it to anybody who wants to give me their username, and I'll send you whatever skin you request. So be sure to like and subscribe.